There are 6 mistakes most copywriters make that prevent them from closing premium clients. And if you just make even one of these mistakes, just one, forget it. Forget closing premium clients. It's not going to happen. Even if you want them, even if you try really hard, even if you're decent at copy, if you make one of these mistakes, you're not going to close premium clients. I'm here in Harajuku, Tokyo. Let's get into the video. Oh, check these guys, check this. It's a really vibey street. It's really good energy. Like all those little go-kart dudes, that's cool. So we're on our way to Meiji Shrine here in Harajuku, and we're talking about the reason that you can't close premium clients. And the first reason, the first mistake that most copywriters make and that prevents you from closing premium clients is that you don't have a very good client getting strategy. You don't have a way to consistently go out there and close premium clients. And oh, it sounds obvious, like you don't have a good client getting strategy, but the more you think about it, the more you realize that if you don't have a good client getting strategy, chances are you're only getting one offer at any given moment, at best. So in 3 months, you get one offer to work with a very good business, and you take it because it's like, all right, it's a very good business, so I'm gonna take it. But what if you had 3 deals that you could choose from? Like one of my private clients, he literally had this happen where 3 businesses all offered him a gig at the same time. Then you have power, then you have walkaway power, you have negotiation power, you can choose the best of the best. So the reason that you don't have premium clients is not because you can't close clients or get clients, it's because you don't have a good client getting strategy that's good enough to get you more than one deal at a time. You only have one deal at any given moment. Like, who's gonna say no to money? If you get a deal offered to you for $3,000 a month, maybe it's 50 emails a month and you have to do social media captions too, but whatever, I need 3K, I want 3K, right? But I guarantee you if you had that deal and 2 other deals on the table, suddenly you wouldn't be so keen to just take that first deal that comes across the table, right? You're not gonna necessarily say, I need this deal. But if you've only got one deal, you're looking at it and it's like, there's a scarcity element to it. It's like, oh, this is the only deal I'm getting offered. So, you know, I might as well just take the deal, right? And so that's the biggest thing. It's like, you don't have a good client getting strategy. And the best way to know if you've got a good client getting strategy or not is, do you have more than one deal that you can accept right now? Like, can you take on right now? Like, do you have more than one deal offered to you? Like, are you able to choose between 2 deals, or is your very, very best just one deal and you're like, should I take it or not? The conversation for good, successful copywriters that close premium clients should never be, should I take this deal or not? It's, which deal should I take? Oh, look at this. Look at this. Yeah, we broke the rules today. We got a French toast. It's crazy. And by the way, check this. This is a monster-sized coffee. Look at this cup. Look at that. It's crazy. All right, and the second one, and I want to hurry with this because I want to start eating this. And by the way, this is not just for me. It's for camera guy too. We're splitting it. It's not just for me. Yeah. It's mostly for him. It's not for me. I'm very focused on fitness and stuff. You know, I would never eat something like that, right? I'd never do that. The second point is your prospecting isn't that good. And what I mean by prospecting is, so you got the client getting strategy, you don't have a lot of deals to choose from. The prospecting thing is like you're approaching the wrong people in the first place. So if your prospecting isn't good, you're targeting small businesses. Like if you're targeting a business that makes less than $1 million per year, you're not gonna close a premium client. If any of your prospects are making less than $1 million a year, forget it. And I used to think that these are big businesses, okay? So like when I got started as a copywriter, I used to think, oh wow, 7-figure, you know, very impressive. You run the numbers with a 7-figure business, right? Let's say they make 100 grand a month. I'll tell you the standard numbers. No, not always, but usually $30,000 is for ad spend, 15%, so $15,000 for sales team, maybe another $10,000 for operations and a couple other things. So you're left with, founders got $45,000. Oh yeah, wait, we got to pay for the marketing team. That's right. So marketing team is another minimum 15K because you got one media buyer and one director or whatever. So let's say another 15K. Guess what? That leaves the founder with 30K a month. No. Oh yeah, wait. We got masterminds, we got coaches, we got like consultants, we got secrets. No, boom, another 5K a month at least. $25,000 left. Oh yeah, they live in a very expensive penthouse because they're a guru, right? So another maybe 7 grand a month. So that puts you at 18K if you can write the penthouse off. But let's just say 18K take home. oh yeah, you gotta pay tax. So like the guy ends up with $12,000 a month take home profit after tax. Like you look at it, you say, wow, millionaire. I look at it and I say, it's 12K a month, like you're broke, like that's not a lot of money. Okay, you live in a nice penthouse. The rest of the money's gone. It's gone to everybody else. And that's a good month. What about the bad months? What about when ad costs are more expensive? What about when people churn and refund? Like we haven't talked about the 10% refund rate or 5% refund rate, and that's good. Like on average in BizUp, for example, is like 20% refund rate. So of that 100,000 in sales, 20% is refunded. And then of course, most people count the 100K as revenue. They don't count cash collected. So like this is being very generous, right? So if you look at a 7-figure business, where is the $6,000 a month that they're going to be able to pay you and like justify it comfortably and like always have the money for it? Like they might have it for 1 month, they might have it for 2 months, but what if they have a bad month? Oh, you know, Joe, we're struggling this month. We're not getting as many sales as usual, and it's your fault. It's the copy's fault. So like, can you give us a discount, or can you do more work, or maybe we can't pay you as like, you know, it's not premium client, right? Even multiple 7 figures, like 2 million a year. It's still tight. It's still tight. So like, if you really want to get premium clients, I'm talking multiple 7 figures at least, if you want to get deals at 5K, 6K, 7K. So if you're looking at your prospecting list and you're like, well, crap, I thought all these guys are great businesses, but when I look at their business, they're only making like 70, 80 grand a month. You know, like, it's not really that premium. Like there's so many more expenses that are behind the scenes. And even on the organic side of things, right? Like even if you don't have ads and a sales team like me, right? I don't have ads, I don't have a sales team. I'm making good money. Like I used to think that making $1 million a year is, you know, whoa, you know, so much money. But like now I'm like looking at it and I'm like, yeah, it's not bad money, right? But it's not like you just have money to throw around. You know, it's not like, even if you're organic, it's like, yeah, I could probably afford a copywriter for 5K a month, but do I really need a copywriter for 5K a month at 7 figures? Or is that only gonna make sense at like, maybe a little bit more than that, right? Because right now I can write a lot of the copy myself. Or if I have a marketing director, they can write a lot of the copy. That's the thing, right? Prospecting, you are not putting the right people on your prospecting list. And I think the biggest reason that copywriters do this is because they don't feel like they're worthy or they're good enough or they're ready to get those premium clients. Like they look at a 7-figure and they're like, oh, maybe I can do it. They look at multi 7-figure, they get a little uncomfortable. 8-figure, they're like, whoa, that's like big boys, you know? It's like, it's not that big actually. It's not that big. And then there's like multi 8 figures, like, whoa, that's a giant. And then 9 figures, like, forget it, I'm not gonna do it, right? So that is how most copywriters perceive it. But I'm telling you, if you wanna be successful, you wanna make $25,000 a month and you wanna be part of the 1%, like, can you really expect to, ooh, that's a nice car, check that one. I like that car. Point number 2, make sure that you go after businesses that are much bigger and get the confidence and be around successful people. Remember, if you want to make $25,000 a month and you want to be part of the 1% of best copywriters in the game, you got to go for the best clients in the game. Like the top 1% of copywriters work with the top 1% of online information marketers and businesses and e-com businesses and like online companies. I like that car. The 1% work with the 1%. So if you want to be part of the 1%, you got to work with the 1%. If you don't want to work with the 1%, you won't be part of the 1%. As straightforward as that. So here we are in Youre Park, and we're now on our way to Meiji Shrine. And the third point I wanted to share with you is your copy is not good. That's the reason that you're struggling. And hey, I mean, it's kind of obvious. If you think your copy is good and you're not getting clients, and people are like not interested in working with you after they see your portfolio, after they see some of your work, it's probably your copy. And if you've been in the industry for less than 5 years, it might be this. This might be the reason that you're stuck. And more common than not, also, is that your copy's good, but it's not necessarily the same kind of copy that the business that's potentially hiring you is interested in. And very often the other thing is that your copy might be good in one industry or one niche, but it's not good in another niche or another industry. And that's a big thing. Like, you could be very, very good at biz op copy or health copy, but if you have to write copy in the financial niche, even if you're a really decent writer, like it's not necessarily going to be that good. So what I would recommend that you do is make sure that you're investing time every single day into getting better at writing copy. Make sure that you get better on a day-to-day basis and you keep practicing and you keep getting your copy reviewed. That's the only way you're going to know for sure if you're good enough. Because a lot of copywriters, like I've worked with some guys, they're like, one of the things I do with all of my clients when I first start working with them is I actually tell them to rate their copy. I say, you know, tell me out of 10, how good's your email copy? Out of 10, how good's your ad copy? Out of 10, how good's your landing page copy? Like, I ask them to please give me a rating, your own like subjective rating on your own writing. Like, how good do you think it is? And then after they put it together, they share it with me. I look at it and then I compare it to their actual copy. And you would be surprised. I think 90% of the copywriters that do this exercise, they are off. They think their copy is an 8 out of 10. It's actually a 6. Or they think that their copy is a 4 when it's actually not that bad. It's like a 7. So there's very few copywriters that I would say have accurately identified their skill level. And that's just because it's like personal bias. It's difficult to see exactly your level because you're the only one in it, right? So that's the third one. You could be making mistakes in thinking that your copy is better than it is.
Okay.
And the fourth one is that you're not consistent enough. You see, you could be doing everything possible to get clients. You could be doing everything to prospect the right people. And you could be working on your copy, but if you're not doing it consistently, if you're not doing it every single day, you're going to have a lot of trouble. You're not going to get the results because it's like watering a plant once a month and then wondering why it's not growing, or going to the gym once a month and wondering why you're not getting stronger, or training only once in a while and then wondering why you're still out of breath. Like, you have to do these things consistently. And I think this is probably the biggest thing, because like, you could get coaching, you could learn all the secrets, you could get feedback, you could be doing everything and still not get results because you're not consistent. So my recommendation would be every single day, 15 minutes every single day, no matter what, stay focused, don't stop. Like, first thing in the morning, 15 minutes of client getting, next thing, 15 minutes of writing copy. You do those two things every morning, no matter what, you're gonna start to see more results. Check. By the way, we're here at this Torii gate. Take a look. And the fifth one is that you're not acting like a professional. This is a big thing. Like, you could be good at copy, you could be working with the right people, you could be consistent, but I don't know, either you have an ego or no one really told you how to deliver for clients, or like, it's not just about writing copy, leaving it on a Google Doc. A lot about copywriting is how you deliver it, the way you communicate to clients, the way you show up on team meetings. Like, do you show up in the dark? Do you always have your camera off? Do you reply 36 hours later? A lot of people get into this industry to become free, you know, to like have less responsibilities and like chill and relax. But even if you're talented at what you do, you still have to be a professional. So I see that a lot. I see a lot of copywriters, they can't take feedback either. Like, they think, oh, my copy is great. You know, I had a client once that would constantly change my copy. They'd say, it's not on voice, it's not on brand, it's just not the way I want it to be. And I had two choices, right? I could have said, you know, I know best, I'm the copywriter, I'm gonna make you the money. Or I could accept humbly and say, hey, thank you, really appreciate that feedback. And I always chose this one, even if, in my professional opinion, the copy I wrote was a little bit better, because I valued the client relationship more than my ego. I valued how they felt about their business more than how I felt about the copy. Because at the end of the day, it's their copy. They paid me to write for them. If it was for my business, it's different, right? But they paid me to write for them. So look for ways to be a professional. Look for ways to graciously accept criticism and feedback. Look for ways to show up like a professional. Make them feel like you are there and you are ready for them and you're ready to help them and you're available and you're good at what you do, and like, you're not just somebody that writes a Google Doc and disappears. I got a perfect example of this. I was on a call with a business owner that makes $3 million a year, $4 million a year. And they were talking to me about this exact thing. I was talking to them, like asking them, like, what are you looking for in a copywriter? Because I was looking to refer somebody from my private mastermind, the dojo. I was looking to give a connection, you know? And I was saying to them, like, what are you looking for? And they're like, well, we want someone that can deliver good copy. We want someone available. We want someone that's committed to the team. We don't want some dude that's like sitting in Thailand that writes a couple emails on a hammock with AI. Like we want somebody that's going to give value, that's going to really be a part of the team. And there's a perfect example of professionalism. Like you could be a great copywriter, but if they get the impression that you're just sitting in a hammock delivering like 10 minutes of work and then disappearing for the week and you're unavailable and you're not doing anything else for them, then it's like, why am I paying premium? Like this guy's or girl's like not really that serious about the team. We're just like a cash cow. Don't be like that. You need to be a professional. What's so cool about this forest is that literally every single tree here was hand planted. Like there are 100,000 trees in this forest. And when they first set this up, there were volunteers that hand planted every single tree in this forest. So it's really incredible that they actually made this place. They made it from scratch. It's cool. And the last point, and this is, well, they're all really bad. They all happen to everybody, but this one's particularly bad, is you don't want it bad enough. When you get to a certain level, you can get easily comfortable. And I talk about this on my channel quite often. This idea of, I made it, like I'm making some money, I don't really have to try harder. Like the pain of getting rejected, the pain of going after these clients, the pain of doing work for free when you're not getting paid for it, like the pain of all that stuff, sometimes it's too much to actually push through unless you want something bad enough. I always wanted to come to Japan. I always wanted to be here in person and experience the culture. But even when I had the financial means, you know what's interesting is it took me like a year. It took me an entire year to actually pull the trigger and fly here because there's a lot of pain involved. Like I have to fly all the way from South Africa. I have to find an accommodation. I have to get out of my comfort zone and speak Japanese, and I have to work in a different time zone. Like there are always things that can get in the way. So as much as you maybe want to close premium clients, maybe you just don't want it bad enough. So like even if you're consistent, you're trying to close premium clients, you're prospecting, you're working on your copywriting skills, you know, and you're acting like a professional, if you don't want it bad enough, if you don't really want to close premium clients and you don't really want to become part of that 1% of top copywriters, your heart's not in it. People will feel that. Like you can just feel it in the way you outreach or in the way you talk to people or the way you deliver your work. Like your heart's missing from your work. And that's definitely the easiest way to guarantee never closing premium clients. So you gotta want it bad enough. You gotta want it bad enough. All right, that's all I gotta share with you today. Avoid these mistakes at all costs. I'm gonna go check out the shrine. See you in the next video. Maybe the most obvious one. Your copy sucks. Your copy's bull. No, actually it was wrong, sorry. To rate their copy, I say, you know, tell me out of 10, how good's your email copy? Out of 10, how good's your ad copy?